Every night, for millions of years, our ancestors lay down in the dark, defenseless, unconscious, completely unable to fight back, surrounded by animals that could kill them in seconds. And yet, somehow, we survived. It's not because predators never noticed us. There are recorded cases, big cats, hyenas, even wolves, attacking sleeping humans throughout history. So why didn't it happen every single night? Here's the strange part. Sleep is, biologically speaking, the worst possible position to be in. You can't see, you can't smell danger properly. Your muscles are half shut down. If you were designing an animal from scratch and wanted it to survive, lie motionless and unconscious for 8 hours a night is the last thing you'd choose. And predators aren't stupid. Many of them hunt exactly by targeting the weak, the slow, the isolated. A sleeping human should be the easiest meal in the forest, but across millions of years of coexistence with lions, wolves, and bears, humans didn't get wiped out at night. Something was actively working in our favor, and it wasn't luck. The first answer is the most obvious one. Fire. Controlled fire use goes back at least 1,000,000 years, and it did more than keep us warm. Almost every large predator has an instinctive aversion to open flame. The light disrupts their night vision, and the smell of smoke reads as danger, not opportunity. But fire alone doesn't explain it. Fires die down, embers fade. So early humans added a second layer, rotating watch. Even in small hunter-gatherer bands today, someone is almost always semi-awake, tending the fire, listening. Sleep for humans was never actually a solo activity. It was a group behavior with built-in security. That's the first piece of the puzzle. We didn't outrun predators, we out-organized them. Then at some point, we got an upgrade. Somewhere between 15 and 30,000 years ago, humans started sleeping next to wolves that were slowly becoming dogs. And this changed the math completely. A dog's hearing and sense of smell dramatically outperform ours in almost every condition, especially at night. A sleeping human surrounded by a fire, a group, and a dog wasn't just harder to approach, it was announced the moment anything got close. Predators didn't need to see this happen very often before it got baked into instinct. Approaching a human camp meant an early warning system you couldn't sneak past. That's not a coincidence. That's an arms race, and we won it before most predators even realized they were in one. Now here's where it gets genuinely strange, because this isn't just ancient history, it's something you can prove in a lab today. Sleep researchers have documented something called the first night effect. When you sleep somewhere unfamiliar, a hotel room, a friend's house, a tent in the woods, one half of your brain actually stays measurably more alert than the other, almost like it's standing guard while the rest of you sleeps. It's why you sleep worse the first night somewhere new, and why the smallest unfamiliar sound can snap you fully awake, even when you'd sleep through the exact same noise at home. That's not bad luck. That's the sentinel system from around the fire, still running, tens of thousands of years later, just waiting for an unfamiliar environment to switch back on. Here's where it gets more interesting on the predator side, too. Studies on large predator behavior show something counterintuitive. Many big cats and wolves show a measurable hesitation toward unfamiliar prey, and humans, chemically and behaviorally, don't smell or move like anything else in the ecosystem. We don't have the fear scent of prey animals. We don't flee in the panicked, predictable patterns that trigger a chase response. Even asleep, a group of humans, wrapped in animal hides, surrounded by smoke, guarded by a dog, doesn't register cleanly as food. It registers as unknown, and for a predator, unknown means risk. And predators, above almost anything else, are risk-averse. An injury from an unfamiliar, unpredictable target can be a death sentence for an animal that needs to hunt again tomorrow. Attacking a strange-smelling, fire-guarded, group-sleeping creature is a gamble most predators simply didn't take. Not because they were kind, but because they were calculating. That deep discomfort you feel sleeping somewhere unfamiliar, lights off, no lock on the door, isn't irrational anxiety. It's a measurable, studied part of your brain that never got the memo that the fire, the group, and the dog aren't guarding the entrance anymore. You don't check the locks because you're paranoid. You check them because some very old, very effective part of you still remembers exactly how close the dark used to get. If this kind of question, why we do the things we don't even think about, is your kind of rabbit hole, there's another one waiting for you right here. Subscribe if you want more of these.